Leading our countdown is LA Noire, which remains the definitive detective game where you investigate crime scenes across 1940s Los Angeles using revolutionary facial animation technology to detect lies during interrogations. You play as Cole Phelps, rising through LAPD ranks from beat cop to different desks, including traffic, homicide, vice, and arson, with each department offering distinct case types and investigative approaches. The investigation mechanics require carefully examining crime scenes for clues, interviewing witnesses and suspects, then using evidence to challenge testimonies when their facial expressions reveal deception. The period setting is impeccably recreated with authentic vehicles, fashion, architecture, and jazz soundtrack that transports you to post-war Los Angeles in stunning detail. The cases range from traffic accidents to serial murders, with some inspired by real historical crimes, adding authenticity to the noir storytelling. The remastered version on PS5 runs beautifully, with improved textures and lighting that enhance the already impressive facial capture technology, making interrogations even more intense and readable. Coming in next, we have Need for Speed Heat, which puts you in dual roles as street racer by night and legitimate racer by day, while evading aggressive police forces determined to shut down illegal racing. The police pursuit system is incredibly dynamic, with cops using increasingly aggressive tactics, from roadblocks to helicopter support as your heat level rises during nighttime activities. You can bait cops into chases to build reputation, but getting busted means losing your earnings, making risk-reward calculations crucial when deciding whether to escape or bank your cash. The daytime sanctioned races let you earn money safely, while nighttime illegal events build rep needed to unlock better parts, creating interesting gameplay loop balancing both modes. The police AI is relentless, using coordination tactics like boxing you in with multiple vehicles or using pursuit breakers against you, forcing creative escape routes through Palm City. The customization options are extensive, letting you build unique vehicles that reflect your racing style, while the world feels alive with cops constantly patrolling, ready to engage when they spot illegal racing activity. Need for Speed Unbound evolves the formula with artistic visual style and updated police mechanics, where law enforcement remains a constant threat during street racing across Lakeshore City. The cops are smarter than previous entries, using better coordination and positioning to shut down races, with multiple units working together to trap racers. You build reputation through risky plays during police chases, with stylish driving, near misses, and destruction, rewarding bold, aggressive driving that barely escapes capture. The heat system returns, more refined, with higher levels bringing SWAT teams and heavy interceptors that require serious driving skill to escape successfully. The story mode involves building your crew and competing in high-stakes racing while avoiding police attention that could derail your championship dreams. The anime-inspired visual effects during driving add personality without overwhelming the core racing experience, and police pursuits remain thrilling with consequences that matter to progression. Watch Dogs Legion transforms London into a playground where you recruit any NPC to join DedSec Resistance, fighting authoritarian surveillance state, with some recruits having police backgrounds or abilities. Playing as former or current police operatives offers unique infiltration opportunities into restricted areas, with police credentials providing legitimate access others must hack to obtain. The permadeath system means losing your police operative permanently if they die during missions, adding weight to decisions about when to use valuable recruits. You can manipulate police response systems, hacking their communications to redirect units away from your operations, or trigger false alerts, creating diversions. The police AI responds dynamically to crimes with investigation mechanics, where they search for suspects, and you must avoid identification or face wanted status. The variety in recruit abilities means some excel at non-lethal police infiltration, while others bring combat skills, making team composition strategic based on mission requirements. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition casts you as undercover cop Wei Shen infiltrating Hong Kong triads, creating constant tension between police duty and criminal relationships you form during deep cover work. The story brilliantly explores the psychological toll of maintaining cover as you commit crimes to prove loyalty while trying to maintain your moral compass and police mission. The melee combat system is incredibly satisfying, drawing inspiration from martial arts films, with environmental takedowns letting you use everything from phone booths to meat hooks as brutal weapons. Your police handler missions provide official objectives, while triad activities build your street credibility, creating interesting duality where success in one area can complicate the other. The Hong Kong setting is authentically realized, with densely packed streets, neon signs, street markets, and Cantonese dialogue that creates immersive atmosphere. The Definitive Edition includes all DLC, adding supernatural and action movie-themed side content that expands beyond the main undercover cop narrative. Grand Theft Auto V offers extensive police interaction through its wanted system, where committing crimes triggers law enforcement response that escalates from street cops to SWAT and military intervention. The three-protagonist structure lets you experience police from different angles, with Michael's past connections, Franklin's street background, and Trevor's complete disregard for law enforcement, creating varied perspectives. Police respond realistically to crimes, with appropriate force levels, from single units for minor infractions to helicopter support and roadblocks for serious wanted levels. You can manipulate police by calling them on criminals, creating chaos, or using them strategically to eliminate enemies during missions. The heist missions often involve planning around police response patterns, timing escapes before SWAT arrives, or creating diversions to split law enforcement attention. Los Santos feels alive with police patrolling, responding to ambient crimes, and pursuing AI criminals, creating a dynamic world where you are not the only lawbreaker. Judgment stars lawyer-turned-detective Takayami investigating a serial murder case in Kamurocho, using detective skills ranging from tailing suspects to analyzing evidence and conducting surveillance. The investigation gameplay includes stealth sections, following suspects without being detected, searching crime scenes for clues, and using disguises to access restricted areas during information gathering. The combat system adapted from Yakuza series features two fighting styles, letting you switch between crowd control and single-target damage depending on situation. The legal thriller narrative explores corruption within police and legal systems as Yagami uncovers conspiracy that threatens to destroy lives while seeking truth and justice. The side cases offer smaller detective stories, from finding missing cats to exposing fraud, giving you constant investigative work beyond the main murder mystery. The remastered version runs smoothly on PS5 with improved load times, making the dense Kamurocho environment even more enjoyable to explore while solving cases. Lost Judgment continues Yagami's detective work investigating bullying case that spirals into conspiracy involving police corruption and vigilante justice, blurring lines between legal and moral righteousness. The expanded investigation mechanics include more varied gameplay, from infiltrating schools undercover to using Detective Dog to track scents and parkour chasing suspects across rooftops. The morally complex narrative questions justice systems' effectiveness as characters pursue righteous goals through illegal means, forcing you to consider whether ends justify means. The combat adds snake style, creating 3 distinct fighting approaches, and the expanded skill tree offers more customization in how you approach both combat and investigation sections. The school setting adds unique flavor, with club activities and teenage drama providing lighter moments, contrasting the dark conspiracy at the story's heart. The improved engine makes everything smoother, from combat to exploration, while maintaining the investigative adventure that made the first game compelling. Mafia Definitive Edition remakes the classic organized crime story, where you play Tommy Angelo, whose chance encounter with mobsters leads to life in the Salieri crime family during Prohibition era. While primarily gangster-focused, the game features memorable missions dealing with police, including escapes from law enforcement and corrupt cops on mob payroll, creating complicated relationships. The police wanted system activates during illegal activities, with period-appropriate police vehicles pursuing you through authentically recreated 1930s Lost Heaven. The remake completely rebuilds the game with modern graphics and refined gameplay, making the classic story accessible to new audiences while satisfying longtime fans. The attention to period detail extends to police uniforms, vehicles, and response tactics that feel appropriate to the Prohibition-era setting. The narrative explores how organized crime and law enforcement intersect, with some police corrupted by mob money, while others genuinely try to bring criminals to justice. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition follows Vito Scaletta returning from World War II and falling into organized crime in Empire Bay during the 1940s and 50s, with police presence constant throughout. The wanted system requires changing clothes and getting vehicle repainted to escape police attention after committing crimes, adding consequence to reckless behavior. Police patrol the city, responding to traffic violations, fights, and illegal activities, creating a living world where law enforcement feels present and reactive to player actions. The story missions sometimes involve police confrontation, requiring shootouts or careful evasion depending on situation and your preparation level. The remaster improves visuals while maintaining the strong narrative about immigrant experience and organized crime's appeal when legitimate opportunities are limited. The police interactions feel more meaningful than many open-world games because getting caught has real consequences beyond simple wanted stars. Mafia 3 Definitive Edition puts you in role of Lincoln Clay, Vietnam veteran dismantling Italian mob in 1960s New Bordeaux through systematic territory control and violent retribution. The police response reflects the era's racial tensions, with law enforcement reacting differently to crimes in white versus black neighborhoods, highlighting systemic racism. You can bribe police to ignore your activities in controlled territories, or face constant harassment if you antagonize them through repeated violence and property damage. The wanted system requires strategic thinking about when to engage cops and when to lay low, as heat increases significantly, impacting your ability to operate freely. The story explores institutional corruption, with some police on mob payroll while others are simply prejudiced, making every law enforcement encounter feel charged with historical context. The Definitive Edition bundles all DLC, offering a complete experience of Lincoln's revenge mission against the backdrop of civil rights-era America.
Saints Row Reboot reimagines the franchise with new cast building criminal empire in fictional Santo Alesso while dealing with rival gangs and occasional police interference. The police wanted system is less punishing than realistic crime games, letting you create chaos with consequences that feel appropriately balanced for the over-the-top tone. You can lose wanted levels by changing vehicles or reaching certain locations, making police feel like temporary obstacles rather than persistent threats. The crime ventures involve activities from drug trafficking to arms dealing, with police occasionally appearing as mission obstacles you must overcome or evade. The customization extends to your criminal operations, letting you build empire according to your preferred illegal activities while managing heat from law enforcement. The game embraces absurdist humor over gritty realism, making police interactions more comedic set pieces than tense evasions. Yakuza Like a Dragon transforms the series into turn-based RPG, following Ichiban Kasuga rising from rock bottom after prison betrayal, with police appearing as enemies and story elements. Some party members have law enforcement backgrounds, creating interesting dynamics as reformed criminals work alongside former cops against larger threats. The job system includes security-focused roles that function similarly to police, using arrest and restraint-themed abilities during turn-based battles. The story explores connections between Yakuza and police, with corruption and unlikely alliances forming when mutual interests align against common enemies. The modern Yokohama setting features police presence as background element, with occasional story missions involving law enforcement, either as obstacles or temporary allies. The shift to RPG mechanics makes police encounters feel different from traditional action-focused Yakuza games, creating a fresh experience within familiar settings.
Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth continues Ichiban's story across Hawaii and Japan, with expanded party including characters with complex relationships to law enforcement and criminal justice systems. The turn-based combat incorporates police-inspired abilities through job system, with security and detective roles offering unique combat approaches. The dual setting means experiencing different law enforcement cultures between American and Japanese police procedures during story missions. Some sub-stories involve helping or hindering police investigations, depending on your choices, creating moral complexity about when to cooperate with authorities. The relationship system includes characters with law enforcement backgrounds, whose personal stories explore their conflicted feelings about justice and legal systems. The expanded scope and improved systems make this the most ambitious Like a Dragon entry, with police elements woven naturally into the larger narrative. Cyberpunk 2077 features NCPD presence throughout Night City, with police scanner missions letting you respond to crimes in progress, like Vigilante Cop cleaning up streets. The wanted system triggers when you commit crimes, with police response escalating from street cops to max tac, heavily armed units dropping from AVs. You can complete NCPD scanner hustles, earning street cred by eliminating criminals and collecting bounties, functioning as unofficial law enforcement contractor. Some missions involve working with or against police, with corpo backgrounds creating complicated relationships between V and law enforcement institutions. The police presence adds danger to criminal activities, while scanner missions provide constant side content as you explore Night City's dangerous districts. The expanded police AI and updates makes law enforcement feel more more responsive and dangerous when you cross them.
Wanted Dead delivers stylish third-person action where you play Hong Kong police lieutenant leading special unit against triad conspiracy with over-the-top violence and challenging combat. The shooting and melee combat blend seamlessly, letting you switch between gunfights and sword combat, creating bloody action sequences. The arcade-style scoring system rewards aggressive play and stylish kills as you clear rooms of criminals using varied weapons and abilities. The story embraces B-movie aesthetics with intentionally campy dialogue and absurd situations that contrast with genuinely challenging combat difficulty. The mini-games and side activities break up intense action missions, providing variety beyond constant combat encounters. The PS5 version runs smoothly, maintaining frame rate during chaotic battles filled with particle effects and environmental destruction.
Payday 3 returns the cooperative heist shooter, where meticulous planning meets explosive action as you pull elaborate robberies while evading or fighting heavily armed police response. The police AI has been significantly improved, with units using better tactics, communication, and coordination, making them genuinely threatening opponents during loud heists. You can attempt stealth approaches, avoiding police entirely, or prepare for inevitable assault when things go loud and SWAT teams arrive. The escalation system brings increasingly dangerous police units, from basic security to special forces, requiring teamwork and strategy to survive. Each heist offers multiple approaches, with police response adapting to your methods, whether you sneak past or fight through their barricades. The progression system unlocks better equipment and abilities, helping you handle tougher police resistance on higher difficulties.
Robocop Rogue City lets you play as the iconic cyborg cop, patrolling old Detroit, fighting crime with overwhelming firepower and unwavering commitment to upholding the law. You investigate crimes using scanning technology to analyze scenes, interview witnesses, and track down criminals through detective work before violent confrontations. The public trust system tracks how citizens view Robocop based on your actions, from helping civilians to property damage during criminal pursuits. The shooting feels appropriately powerful, with Robocop's Auto 9 tearing through criminals and environments as you dispense justice without fear. The story explores themes from the films about corporate corruption, humanity, and what it means to serve the public good when you are more machine than man. The skill progression lets you upgrade Robocop's combat and detective abilities, customizing him toward your preferred playstyle between investigation and action. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 puts you in role of young Sherlock investigating his mother's death on a Mediterranean island using deduction and detective skills. You gather evidence through investigation, create theories connecting clues, and deduce solutions using the Mind Palace mechanic that visualizes your logical processes. The game allows wrong conclusions, with consequences for accusing innocent people, adding weight to your detective work and encouraging thorough investigation. You can manipulate or cooperate with local police depending on your approach to cases, with your choices affecting how law enforcement views you. The combat is optional, letting you talk or disguise your way through situations, though fighting remains viable if investigation fails. The open-world setting encourages exploration and case discovery beyond main story missions, creating a detective sandbox experience. Sherlock Holmes The Awakened combines detective investigation with Lovecraftian horror as Holmes and Watson investigate a missing persons case that reveals cosmic conspiracy. The investigation mechanics require careful observation and logical deduction as you piece together clues from crime scenes and interrogations. You work alongside and sometimes around police who are investigating same disappearances, creating parallel investigations that occasionally intersect. The sanity system affects Holmes' perception as he confronts incomprehensible cosmic truths, challenging his rational worldview with supernatural elements. The remake improves graphics and streamlines mechanics while maintaining the story that connects Sherlock Holmes mysteries with Cthulhu mythos. The detective gameplay remains satisfying as you solve puzzles and uncover increasingly disturbing truths about the case. The Sinking City drops you into Lovecraftian open world as private investigator Charles Reed, investigating supernatural occurrences in flooded city of Oakmont. You gather evidence, interview witnesses, and use detective vision to reconstruct crime scenes, piecing together what happened during mysterious events. The police presence is minimal, with city descending into chaos as cosmic horrors affect residents, making you de facto law enforcement investigating crimes.
The investigation mechanics require actual detective work, with the game not holding your hand through objectives, forcing you to think through clues logically. The sanity system creates unreliable narrator situations, where you question what you are seeing as supernatural influences affect your perception. The resource scarcity and emphasis on investigation over combat creates tense atmosphere, where solving mysteries matters more than shooting monsters. Hitman World of Assassination Trilogy compilation offers sandbox assassination missions, where you eliminate targets while avoiding or manipulating security forces and police. The social stealth mechanics let you disguise as security or police, gaining access to restricted areas and avoiding suspicion through blending in. Some missions take place during active crime scenes, with police investigating, giving you opportunities to pose as detective or forensic specialist. The escalation contracts sometimes involve police or security complications, requiring you to adapt strategies, accounting for increased law enforcement presence. The mastery system unlocks starting locations and gear, making subsequent playthroughs smoother as you learn guard patterns and security measures. The replayability comes from discovering new assassination methods and challenge runs with police and security, adding obstacles that require creative problem solving. Hitman 3 concludes Agent 47's story with exotic locations and creative assassination opportunities, while maintaining stealth mechanics involving security forces. The Berlin level stands out, featuring you as hunted target by other assassins, with police presence adding environmental danger. You can manipulate crime scenes to make deaths appear accidental or suicidal, affecting how quickly security responds to bodies. The VR mode on PSVR 2 adds immersive first-person assassination experience, making security and police encounters more intense from a new perspective. The game encourages experimentation with different approaches, from silent assassin runs avoiding all detection to aggressive strategies fighting through security. The post-launch content continues adding missions and escalations, keeping the game fresh years after release. Batman Arkham Knight puts you in the role of Dark Knight, protecting Gotham from Scarecrow and militia forces, with GCPD Alliance central to the story. You work with Commissioner Gordon and GCPD, coordinating efforts to stop Scarecrow's plans, while dealing with criminals Batman apprehends for police processing. The game includes missions capturing supervillains and delivering them to GCPD lockup, creating direct cooperation between vigilante and police. The Batmobile chases involve pursuing criminals through Gotham streets, sometimes coordinating with police units during high-speed pursuits. The story explores tensions between Batman's vigilante methods and official police procedures, with some officers trusting him, while others question his methods. The PS5 version runs at higher frame rates, making the already stunning game even smoother during combat and Batmobile sequences. Gotham Knights continues Batman mythos after his death, with Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin protecting Gotham and working with GCPD. You investigate crimes across Gotham, gathering clues and using detective vision to solve cases, similar to police procedural work. The relationship with GCPD is complicated, with some officers supporting the new heroes, while others view them as vigilantes, operating outside the law. You can encounter crime scenes with police already investigating, requiring you to work around or with them, depending on your approach. The game emphasizes investigation alongside combat, with detective work essential to progressing story and understanding criminal conspiracies. The cooperative gameplay lets you partner with a friend, creating dynamic duo scenarios fighting crime together across Gotham's districts. Disco Elysium: The Final Cut casts you as a amnesiac detective investigating murder in District of Revachol, with unique RPG systems replacing traditional police work. Your detective skills are literal character attributes, from logic and perception to empathy and authority, affecting investigation approaches available to you. You work with partner Kim Kitsuragi, whose by-the-book approach contrasts with your character's unpredictable methods, creating an interesting dynamic. The game explores political philosophy, personal identity, and what it means to be a cop in a complicated world where simple answers rarely exist. The full voice acting brings incredible writing to life, with performances that capture the dark humor and philosophical depth. The investigation requires actual thought, with no combat, forcing you to solve problems through dialogue choices and skill checks. The Callisto Protocol puts you in the role of prisoner on Jupiter Moon when Outbreak transforms facility into a nightmare, with security forces becoming monsters. While not strictly police game, the prison setting means dealing with security guards and systems designed to contain dangerous criminals.
The survival horror gameplay involves fighting through infected and mechanical security systems that continue operating despite facility collapse. The story explores corporate security corruption and prisoner treatment, raising questions about justice and institutional power. The melee combat emphasizes brutal close-quarters fighting as you struggle to survive against overwhelming odds. The PS5 version showcases impressive graphics with ray tracing and fast loading, enhancing the claustrophobic horror atmosphere. Alan Wake Remastered features Ryder investigating supernatural events in Bright Falls, with local police becoming suspicious of murders seemingly connected to his presence. The police serve as both helpers and obstacles as they investigate crimes while Wake searches for his missing wife. The story plays with narrative unreliability as reality and fiction blur, making you question whether events are real or from Wake's writing. The episodic structure mimics TV crime dramas, with cliffhangers and investigation segments between action sequences. The remaster improves visuals while maintaining the psychological thriller atmosphere and unique storytelling approach. The combat against darkness uses light as a weapon, creating unique mechanics beyond traditional shooting. Control Ultimate Edition stars Jesse Faden investigating Federal Bureau of Control's supernatural agency that polices paranormal threats. You explore the oldest house headquarters, investigating reality-altering phenomena using supernatural abilities and conventional weapons. The game subverts traditional police procedurals by making the threats reality-bending entities, requiring unconventional investigation and combat approaches. The story reveals conspiracies within the Bureau as you uncover secrets about the organization and your own past. The destructible environments and physics-based combat create spectacular fights as you throw objects and manipulate reality. The PS5 version runs at 60 FPS with ray tracing, making the brutalist architecture and supernatural effects look stunning.